hard to know what people mean when they speak, even if they try and make themselves clear. We all are victims of misunderstanding at some points in time. Sometimes it feels like we're victims of deliberate misunderstandings. There's usually a subtext in addition to a text. In the Torah, this is super true. This week in Parshat Re'eh, we get the moment when the sages say we learn that there is assuredly a additional text to the text in front of us. And talking about eating meat, which the Torah tradition sees as something of a concession to human desires. The Israelites are told that they can sacrifice according to the way that I've commanded you. And the catch is that God says that they can slaughter animals according to the way that I've commanded you, but it doesn't say that way that God has commanded them. So what does that even mean? And Rashi will say, well, this is evidence that there is an oral law, meaning that the way I've commanded you isn't here in the Torah, but it is elsewhere in my commandments, which is the Jewish tradition, in the Mishnah, in the Talmud, in the oral tradition that accompanies the written tradition. How do we know it's legitimate? Because there's this reference to the way I've commanded you. That's not the written tradition, so there's clearly something else. Be that as it may. This is always the case. Don't just go by what a text says. You have to understand how people understand it. According to the Jewish tradition, how do we read the Torah? We read the Torah according to how the tradition says to read it. So if it says one thing, if it means that, we only know it means it by means of a tradition. Same is true. All important texts have interpretive traditions. Same is true for the United States Constitution. It means what the Supreme Court says it means, right? Like there's an interpretive tradition surrounding it. It's true for all of our interactions. Don't just say somebody said this, so they must mean this. You have to understand what assumptions they're bringing to the moment, what assumptions they bring to these phrases, and then you can more accurately interpret it. Sometimes people will misunderstand. Sometimes people will deliberately do this. They won't look into what an interpretive tradition is. The Torah asks us to be mindful of it, and we should. It is true for our sacred texts, and it's also true for our interactions. Shabbat Shalom.